I can't believe week 10's already here. Let's talk about the waiver wire pickups. So first on the list is Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell had a garbage time special last week. He had 9 rushes for 138 yards and a touchdown. He looked spry, looked explosive, and has probably earned a role in this running back rotation moving forward. He had about 18% of the snaps last week, which was not very much, but then again, Gus Edwards also had 18% of the snaps last week, and he scored 2 touchdowns, so this running back room may be a bit of a question mark moving forward. I think Mitchell will definitely get some carries. How much remains to be seen. I think Gus Edwards pretty much has a lock on all of the red zone work and most of the early down work, but this was too good of a performance for him to be phased out completely. This week, the Ravens go up against the Browns, who allow the 6th fewest rushing yards per game, right around 90. And the Ravens actually run the ball more than anybody in the league, having attempted 300 rushes this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I have to think the Ravens are still going to install a pretty heavy run game script, so it'll be interesting to see if Cleveland can stop them. Next up, Noah Brown. Noah Brown had a breakout game last week, catching 6 receptions for 153 yards and a touchdown. And he's actually been pretty productive in every game he's played in. In the 4 games where he has suited up, he has multiple receptions. This year, he did miss those 4 games due to a groin injury, but he seems healthy now. And the number 2 wide receiver spot in Houston seems to be rotating between him and Tank Dell. Nico Collins is the clear number 1, but with how prolific CJ Stroud has been, I think a couple receivers can be supported in this offense. Stroud has the 7th most passing yards amongst all quarterbacks this year, and I don't see the Texans slowing down in terms of airing it out. Brown is rostered in only 3% of leagues, and this week he gets the Bengals, who allow the 12th most passing yards per game, so he could definitely build off of his performance from last week. Next up, Auton. Auton also had a breakout performance last week, catching 6 of 9 targets for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. The tight end 19 on the year in PPR actually has the highest snap percentage of any tight end in the league with 97, so if you're looking for a tight end that's going to get a lot of opportunity and be on the field, he's definitely someone to consider. Over the last 3 games, he has 15 receptions on 21 targets. And this week he gets the Titans, who are kind of middle of the pack against the pass and are pretty good against the tight end. But with the position being so thin, he's definitely someone to give consideration. He's only rostered in about 6% of leagues, and he gets nearly 5 targets a game, so you could do a lot worse. Last on my list is Demario Douglas. I think a lot of people were expecting a lot out of Douglas once Kendrick Bourne went down with his ACL injury. And he definitely has been more involved, but he hasn't been that breakaway WR1 we were all expecting. Currently, he's rostered in about 34% of leagues, and he's coming off of a game where he led the Patriots in receiving yards with 55, and I think he has a good chance to build off of that. He's kind of a gadget player. We've seen him get a rush attempt in the last 3 games and before that, and he has 20 targets over his last 3 games, so I think he's definitely going to stay involved, be a focal point of this offense, and is someone to consider picking up if you're looking for a WR4 with WR3 upside. Douglas is rostered in about 34% of leagues, and this week he gets the Colts, who allow the 9th most passing yards per game, so hopefully the rookie can hit pay dirt for the first time in his career. Those are my waiver wire pickups and ads for week 10. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and let me know your thoughts heading into week 10 in the comments below.